Hi everybody. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I have a couple of old baseball cards. Billy Consoli, Boston Red Sox, 19, I don't know, 56 maybe, 57, 58, 59, I don't know. But it has some glue on it, and I'm going to try to remove the glue. Glue back in the 50s and 60s was mostly, I think, flour and water. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'll try to balance my phone here for you guys. See if there's a way you could watch me attempt this. Oh well, maybe I'll just hold it right here. So you take some water with a surgical glove, and then you put it on the card. Don't do this with a valuable card, please, because I don't want no responsibility for it failing. I mean, the card usually, as long as it ain't oversaturated, should return to its normal form. Try not to really get it deep into the ends of the cards because it might cause corners to come up. Okay, so that's what we got here. Let me see if maybe any way or another I could get this to work for you guys. And we'll figure it out. How do you keep an eyeglass case from tipping? I guess put some weight on this end, right? Okay, see, so now there's some saturation here. Now, you'll see it'll turn milky white. Always have a paper towel on hand, just in case. Because the glue back in the day, I think, was just like water-based flour. If you keep rubbing, you can see the residue building up. And then you just get rid of that water. And if you have, don't dig too deep with your nail, but just use your nail. This ain't the proper way to, I don't know if there is a proper way, but, I mean, I just figured, these cards aren't too valuable, so I would like to see if this would work a little. See, if you use your nail, you could see, through a surgical glove, hopefully, you could see, like, the residue is coming up. Like that center stain is totally gone. Now, this is just all cardboard here. That should come up. You did enough saturation. You don't want to really do more than that, because you want to see. This might be like a 3 or 4 time process. See, so you could see it coming up a little bit, and usually a dry towel makes it go into like a little roll form. The glue rolls up. See how it's rolling up? See how it just peeled right there? Try to use one finger and try not to get the glove dirty, because if you get the glove dirty, it's like totally defeating the purpose. See all this glue here? See how it's coming up? Pretty sure it's just flour and water. I mean, don't go to try to sell these cards as mint, because, I mean, you could sell them as, fair condition. And I would never sell it as a mint card. It's not worth it. Don't try this with like a $25,000 card. See, now let's clear up the number here. See how it's chalking up? See, because as the glue dries a little bit, it'll start to flake up for you. And before you do a second wetting of the card, I would wait. Okay, well, let's see. You don't want to overdo it because you don't want to peel up the color on the card, because then the card's totally useless. I mean, you can see the card has a little bit of a wetness to it, but if you put it between a couple of pages of when it dries, an encyclopedia or an old big fat Webster's dictionary, so you can turn the card, because sometimes you need to use your nail. It all depends on how the glue is. See, we weren't able to see any stats at the beginning. As you can see, the glue was like rolling up in little pieces. I mean, because there is such a thing, they say, I guess, is dipping your cards, but I would never go to that extent. I mean, you know, if this card was worth $2 mint, or if it was worth $20 mint, you know, cleaning it up like this, you might be able to get $2 for it, I would think. But I would, before I ever posted it, like to resell, I would say that I cleared the glue off using, so you could, I did a little dip here. So I just want to clear up this whole thing here. You know, because cardboard is meant to be wet, and when it dries, a lot of cardboard regains its form. I'm not sure if baseball cards do. This is the first time I'm really trying this. And don't rub too hard, because you know, once you start rubbing into the real cardboard, then you ruined it. And if you dry too, then you'll see that some of the glue comes up. Okay, now we're going to let that sit for a few minutes just to see. And then you can compare the beginning with the end result. See how, if you want, I'll prop it up and we'll see if how it changes color and goes back to actually it's better to leave it flat. We'll leave it flat. And now at the beginning we weren't able to really see the year. Actually, I'm going to clean up the year right here of when it was the year of the card. See how the glue just broke up? Because it's turning back to flour. I mean, you take this and put it through a little dab of water I'm taking just to clear up the numbers here. If you take this and put this between, put it, you know, after it dries really good, put it between a couple of, you know, decent cards. Okay, we'll let that dry. See, it has a little bit of distortion to the end of it, but when a card dries, they usually go back to this shape. Because I tried this one earlier, and I got most of the glue off. And this one, as you could tell, it went back to perfect form. You know, no bends, no whips, no dips, and that had a big glue spot on it. So I've been trying it. I just want to see if it works, and if it does, you know, and this one I think had a whole bunch of glue on the back. I took some pictures. I'll put some still pictures up just to, you know, compare before and afters. And then I have one more here that I'm going to do later on. So I'm not sure. I want to try to use a toothbrush, but I don't really want to, because I think your finger with the rubber glove, I mean, and you use your nail. Make sure if you have long nails, be careful, because you might scratch into the card, but that might help a little bit. I have very small nails, so grabbing at it a little bit, you know, just to flake up the glue. See, it's going into like a little. So, all right, I'll let you guys sit and watch this for a few minutes, you know, and if you like this video, you know, please like it and let me know. I mean, I've been trying to buy every card I see online with glue on it, just to, you know, try to do this. Okay. So as the video, as time elapses, it took 11.5 minutes, you know, to do this to a card. You know, as it dries a little, you could go back in here and just rake across it and try to get a little bit more glue off, because when it dries, you know, it turns to, like, you could see it, it turns to like pasty paper. So all right, so you know, there's somebody else talking in the background, but you know, this was my first experiment with this, so I'm hoping it works. And if so, I have a couple of 1940s, 48, 47, 49, 50 Bowmans that people had in scrapbooks. And if I can get the glue off of them, hey, listen, it's nice for my collection. I could put them at a lot and sell them, you know. This, it looks like, say, now we're able to see the date. Earlier, we had no idea what year this card was from. Don't speed dry it. Don't try to, you know, rush the process, because rushing the process might damage the card more. And if you wait, and then probably tomorrow, you know, you could probably re-wet it and try the whole process again, you know, to get some more glue off. Don't keep saturating it, because I think it will totally saturate the card and defeat the purpose of even attempting to get the glue off. But I'm pretty sure when we were kids, you know, we used flour and water to make paste. So if that's what we used, that's what's happening here. We're resaturating the flour and getting the paste to come off the card. Yeah, look. Still have some glue residue, but that'll be job 2 tomorrow. The card's almost dry. See, it has a little bit of bend to it, but if we stick that with that one, so it doesn't, you don't see any water damage to the front. It's a nice card, you know, nice sharp, decent corners. And this is Buzz Ernie. Hope you like my video. Or Ern's got it. I don't know what I have it under. And have a wonderful day.